Your top stories this evening, sponsored by Courts, bringing value home. International company threatens government with arbitration over termination of 2 contracts. Government rejects VAMED claims. AFC questions defense of financing for president's mega farm. Mohamed's extradition fate, CCJ ruling on July 29. And Kitty Market 97% complete, still awaiting installation of electricity meters. HGP Nightly News begins now. Good evening to our viewers here in Guyana and online. I'm Travis Chase with the Friday, July 17 edition of the HGP Nightly News. Here's what we're tracking at this hour. Yet another international company is questioning Guyana's investment climate after threatening arbitration proceedings following government's notices indicating its intention to terminate 2 contracts being executed by the company. Marvin Cato has been following this story.
Nigel Hughes, managing partner Hughes, Field and Stobie, representing Vameid Engineering GmbH interests, said in the international financial world, there are certain instruments that have immediate consequences and legal implications. The learned attorney said in the case of Vameid, government engineers certified work executed, but has refused to clear amounts owed, which is a clear indication to the international financial world that it is not honoring its own admission of liability. That has real serious implications for people who want to come and do business in Guyana, the attorney said.
The investment protection that one would expect does not apply to the government of Guyana.
Vameid Engineering has said that total contractual claims amounts to overdue payments of Euro $45.53 million, which entails certified payments of at least Euro 19.15 million, and variations, indexation, additional works, and other contractual entitlements. According to Vameid, the government's own engineer has separately estimated the government's indebtedness to Vameid at approximately Euro $37.94 million.
It's bad for Guyana, where you have an engineer, the government engineer, VICAD, certifying this debt, and the government saying it's not paying.
Vameid Engineering GmbH, a leading international healthcare infrastructure provider, headquartered in Vienna on Thursday, announced its intention to commence arbitration proceedings against the government of Guyana. The issue arose after 2 projects they entered into an agreement with to design and build the government pediatric and maternal hospital valued at Euro $149 million, and the New Amsterdam Hospital campus valued at Euro $150 million, with the government of Guyana issuing notices of its intent to terminate. Vameid said it has carried out substantial work under both contracts, including design services, site preparation, piling works, structural construction, and associated civil and mechanical engineering activities, and were not paid for close to a year after those services were performed. Diane Lopez, the company's regional manager, maintains that there was never an issue with the quality of work executed, since the company has a track record of delivering a high-quality performance. Marvin Cato, reporting for HGP Nightly News.
Thank you, Marvin. Meanwhile, the government of Guyana is pushing back against claims made by Austrian contractor Vameid Engineering over the stalled construction of the Guyana Pediatric and Maternal Hospital and the New Amsterdam Hospital campus, insisting that the company, not the state, is responsible for significant delays and contractual breaches. We have more in this story. The government of Guyana has strongly rejected allegations made by Vameid Engineering regarding the stalled Guyana Pediatric and Maternal Hospital and the New Amsterdam Hospital campus, describing the contractor's account as misleading and lacking critical facts. In a statement issued on Thursday, the government said it has remained committed to completing both projects, but accused Vameid of repeated delays, poor performance, failure to meet contractual milestones, inadequate mobilization of resources, and non-compliance with the terms of the contracts. According to the government, the dispute extends beyond outstanding payments, arguing that payments under the contracts are tied to completed and approved works and that the contractor's performance had been the subject of extensive correspondence over several months. It also maintained that the Ministry of Health only issued notices of its intention to terminate the contracts after giving Vameid numerous opportunities to remedy the deficiencies. The government further disputed Vameid's claim that certified payment certificates represent undisputed debts, saying the figures remain subject to contractual valuation, certification procedures, rights of set-off, and the resolution of outstanding contractual issues. It also rejected suggestions that financing challenges could be separated from the contractor's performance, while noting that the Ministry of Health had pursued an amicable resolution to avoid termination or arbitration. The government said it is prepared to vigorously defend its position should arbitration proceedings commence. It expressed confidence that the evidence will show its actions were lawful, justified, and aimed at protecting public funds while ensuring the delivery of modern healthcare facilities for the people of Guyana. Travis Chase, HGP Nightly News. The Caribbean Court of Justice will rule on July 29 on a challenge by opposition leader Mohamed and his father Nazar Mohamed that could either restart or disrupt proceedings to extradite them to the United States. Javon Vickery is on this story.
The legal battle over whether opposition leader Mohamed and his father Nazar Mohamed can face extradition proceedings will reach its decisive stage on July 29, when the Caribbean Court of Justice delivers its ruling in their appeal. The judge could clear the way for proceedings to resume before the Georgetown Magistrates Court or force authorities to reconsider the process used to initiate the case. Until then, an interim stay imposed by the CCJ remains in force, keeping the extradition hearing on hold. The regional court reserved its decision after hearing arguments on April 21. At the center of the appeal is the authority to proceed issued by the Minister of Home Affairs, the document that authorized the Magistrates Court to consider the United States extradition request. The Mohameds contends that the minister's decision was affected by political bias and therefore invalid. Their attorneys have also pointed to the speed with which the ATP was issued as part of their challenge. The government rejects those arguments. Attorney General Anil Nandalal has maintained that issuing the ATP was an administrative and executive act rather than a judicial decision. He argued that the allegations of bias have no legal foundation and that the Magistrates Court must ultimately decide whether the evidence meets the requirements for committal. The CCJ will not determine whether the Mohameds are guilty of the offenses alleged in the United States. Its ruling will address the legality of the Guyanese extradition process and whether the minister's authorization can stand. The father and son previously lost their challenge in both the High Court and Appeal Court. Acting Chief Justice Navendra Singh dismissed their application on February 4, finding that the Home Affairs Minister had lawfully exercised her authority. The court also ruled that political rivalry, without evidence of an improper purpose, was insufficient to establish bias. The Court of Appeal unanimously rejected Mohamed's appeal on March 17. After both courts declined to halt the committal proceedings, the Mohameds approached the CCJ. The court reserved judgment following the April hearing and cautioned against excessive public commentary while the matter remained under consideration. Javon Vickery, HGP Nightly News.
Thank you, Javon, for your reporting. Stay with us. There is more news ahead.
It's game on. And you may not be able to predict the scoreline or who will win each game. And you sure can't predict who will be the champion. But what is predictable is that Quartz has what you need to watch the games the way you want to every time. It's game on. Quartz, bringing value home.
Welcome to SNL Electrical Inc., where lighting's and electrical needs are met with expertise and style. From the latest in electrical lamps to durable cables, circuit breakers, panels, we have it all. Illuminate your space with our elegant chandeliers, stunning crystal lights, and versatile pole lights. Looking to upgrade your comfort? Explore top-of-the-line AC units and our diverse selections of stylish styles. Visit us at 170-180 Thomas Street, Kitty, Georgetown. Discover a solution that not only lights up your world but transforms it. Call us on telephone number 226-3018 or 223-1634. SNL Electrical Inc. powering your life with elegance, quality, and care.
Guyana, August 1st is Emancipation Day. Come to the National Park and celebrate with the African Cultural Development Association ACTA at Emancipation Festival 33. Come celebrate with performances by Guyana's best local acts and a spectacular finale by our international guests. Come for the African food, music, history, storytelling, and all things African. Gates open at 10 a.m. sharp. Children under 12, free. Adults, $1,000 before 3 p.m., $2,000 after. Let's celebrate the eons of African contributions to the world. Harambe, we all pull together.
Whatever your dream is, Republic Bank can help you make it happen. You can make it happen. Let's help you get there with a Make It Happen loan.
Republic Bank. We're the one for you.
Krishna Rao Establishment. No job is too small or too large. We specialize in all types of fabricating machinery, excavator repairs, rice field pumps, and hydraulic hoses. Visit us at Lot 113, Block CC, Monrepo, East Coast, and Marara, or call 220-9624-629-4021 or 619-7880. At Krishna Rao Establishment, no job is too small or too large.
Your runway is about to leave the shore. WonderNet Productions is searching for one male and one female model with confidence, energy, and a walk that demands attention. This is your chance to join Queensman in Cabo, fashion on the sea, and take part in a fully funded cruise and fashion experience. Bring the attitude, bring the presence, bring the walk. To apply, submit your runway video, a brief summary of your modeling experience, and confirmation that you have a valid passport and visa to travel to the United States and Mexico. Apply now at thequeensmenfashion.com. Applications close July 21st, 2026.
This is the HGP Nightly News. Welcome back. Local Government Minister Priya Manichan has demanded an end to the prolonged restoration of the kitty markets, saying vendors and shoppers have been inconvenienced for far too long, while basic issues remain unresolved. Here's more in this report.
Local Government Minister Priya Manichan has pressed officials to bring the long-running restoration of the kitty market to an end, declaring that vendors and shoppers cannot be left waiting indefinitely. In 2025, the national budget provided more than $2.7 billion for upgrades for Georgetown markets and drainage. The named projects included Border Market, Border Green, East La Penitence Market, Starbrook Market, and East Rhymeveld Market. Kitty Market was not separately listed among those allocations. The 2026 national budget approved more than $18 billion for market works countrywide. Again, the publicly announced lists named several markets but did not identify a fresh kitty-specific allocation. During the walkthrough of the market, Manichan questioned why the project had taken so long and asked officials to identify precisely what was preventing its completion.
There's a complaint that the building and the restoration is taking way too long. So what's the stall up? It's undesirable to have any project take this long. I mean, this is a long time, a lot of people inconvenienced.
The rehabilitation began in 2016 and was initially expected to be completed in 9 months. Nearly a decade later, the multi-phase project is still incomplete. The minister, however, said the project must move from promises and plans to actual delivery.
I can't keep prolonging this for years.
Within a week, we will finish everything.
So we could get this done within a week? Yeah. Is this a door?
It's a stairs. It's a stairway.
No, but is this going to be a passageway? Because if it is, then you are, this could be problematic for people.
The minister also heard complaints about the allocation of stalls inside the restored market.
What we have to do, Angie, here is list out what has to be done in this market very methodically and then run it down with the city council.
Some long-standing vendors claim that the process had not been fair and that they remained uncertain about whether they would be placed. Manik Chan called for the outstanding work to be identified methodically and pursued with urgency. Javon Vickery, HGP Nightly News.
Meanwhile, rehabilitation of the Kitty market is between 95 and 97% complete, but its reopening remains stalled because electricity meters are yet to be installed. This is according to Georgetown Mayor Alfred Mentor. Here again is Javon Vickery.
Restoration of the Kitty market is nearly complete, but its long-awaited reopening weighs heavily on the installation of electricity meters by the Guyana Power and Light Company, Georgetown Mayor Alfred Mentor said. Mentor placed the market's completion at between 95 and 97%, saying the remaining electrical issue is outside the direct control of the Georgetown Mayor and City Council. According to the mayor, the council installed the market's general electricity meter, but individual meters are still needed for vendors. Without them, stalls cannot be occupied and electricity consumption cannot be properly assigned.
We have been working with GPL to be able to have every one of the vendors there a meter. We have our general meter for the entire market, but the other meters are supposed to be provided by GPL in order for those persons to have meters. And as long as they have meters in place, we'll be able to open the market.
Mentor said the council and the Guyana Power and Light Company are finalizing a memorandum of understanding covering several outstanding matters between the two entities. The agreement also involves GPL infrastructure planned for the municipal property.
We are working with that MOU between GPL that will deal with that, to deal with a number of other matters between us and GPL. And we're supposed to have that MOU signed up sometime in the early week, maybe by Wednesday.
Mentor said the agreement was expected to be signed during the week, possibly by Wednesday. He was also hoping that a meeting with GPL would resolve the remaining questions and produce a clearer timeline.
What I know for sure, Mr. Lover, who is the clerk of markets, has said to myself and said to the general counsel that many of the persons, the vendors, are eager and ready and willing to move into the market. He has also had situations in place with their contracts put in place.
Arrangements for tenancy contracts are also being put in place, while spaces are being prepared for new vendors entering the municipality market system. Javon Vickery, HGP Nightly News.
Another developing story, the Alliance for Change has renewed its call for an independent investigation into President Irfan Ali's multi-billion-dollar farm, arguing that attempts by columnist Freddie Kissoon to defend the financing of the project have instead raised more questions than answers. The Alliance for Change has renewed its demand for a comprehensive and independent investigation into the financing of President Irfan Ali's controversial mega-farm, saying recent attempts by columnist and talk show host Freddie Kissoon to defend the project have failed to address the central concerns surrounding its funding. The AFC said Kissoon's explanation of the farm's financing appeared to rely on two loans totaling $48 million that were approved in 2012 and 2015 for the establishment and expansion of a poultry farm on 25 acres of leased land. According to the party, those loans fall dramatically short of explaining the financing of what it described as a multi-billion-dollar agricultural enterprise. The AFC argued that rather than bringing clarity to the issue, Kissoon's defense has only intensified public concerns over the true source and the scale of the investment. The opposition party further contended that unless a separate loan, reportedly obtained in 2023, exceeded $1.5 billion, referencing the earlier $48 million in financing, does little to explain the development of the current mega farm and distracts from the key issue of how the project was funded. The AFC maintained that the explanations provided by both President Ali and his supporters have not adequately accounted for the funds invested in the venture, insisting that transparency and accountability require a full and credible public explanation. The party is once again calling for a comprehensive and independent investigation into the financing of the president's mega farm, saying such a probe is necessary to thoroughly examine and answer the outstanding questions surrounding the project. Travis Chase, HGP Nightly News. Stay with us. There is more news ahead.
Planning a cleanup? We can help. Sevon's Waste Management skip bins can be provided for home renovation projects, yard cleanup, or construction project. It's simple. Step 1, give us a call. Step 2, we put down the bin. Step 3, load it up with all of your junk. Step 4, we take it away. That's simple. Bins are also available in various sizes, so there is no job that is too big or too small. Call Sevon's Waste Management today at 218-1455.
They're scampering through for the single. Is this the victory? Yes, it is! Wherever we play, the energy lives.
ExxonMobil Guyana Global Super League.
GCOM will be conducting a claims and objections exercise commencing July 1, 2026 to produce an official list of electors, OLE. If you will be 18 years or older by June 30, 2026, and you're a Guyanese citizen by birth, descent, or naturalization, or a citizen from a Commonwealth country living in Guyana for 1 year or more, you are eligible for inclusion in the OLE. GCOM has posted the preliminary list of electors, PLE, in all registration divisions across Guyana for you to check whether you are listed, and if so, whether your particulars are accurate. You can object to anyone whom you believe does not qualify for inclusion in the OLE. To do so, you must be listed in the same divisional list as the person you are objecting to. You must visit the GCOM registration office responsible for your area of residence to make an objection. The objections aspect of this exercise will end on Friday, July 17, 2026. For more information, contact the GCOM on 225-0278-9 or visit www.gcom.org.gy.
We finance everything with Quartz Ready Finance, from educational expenses and those unplanned emergencies. Get it done with financing through Quartz Ready Finance. All you need to apply is a valid ID, proof of income, proof of address, and 2 references. Get quick approval and flexible monthly installments, plus credit protection insurance. Apply in store or online at quartz.com. Quartz Ready Finance. Ready when you are. Conditions apply.
Your runway is about to leave the shore. WonderNet Productions is searching for one male and one female model with confidence, energy, and a walk that demands attention. This is your chance to join Queensman in Cabo, fashion on the sea, and take part in a fully funded cruise and fashion experience. Bring the attitude, bring the presence, bring the walk. To apply, submit your runway video, a brief summary of your modeling experience, and confirmation that you have a valid passport and visa to travel to the United States and Mexico. Apply now at thequeensmenfashion.com. Applications close July 21st, 2026.
Welcome back to the HGP Nightly News. As Guyana's healthcare sector continues to evolve, the National Bureau of Standards is playing significant roles in its modernization process. The GNBS is collaborating with Regional Health Services. Region 3 successfully conducted a one-day root cause analysis training workshop for health professionals in West Demerara.
The Guyana National Bureau of Standards, GNBS, in collaboration with Regional Health Services, Region 3, conducted a one-day root cause analysis training workshop for health professionals in West Demerara, Region 3. The training workshop, which was held on Wednesday, July 15th, at the Regional Democratic Council boardroom, saw the participation of 45 healthcare professionals from the Dekendron Regional Hospital, West Demerara Regional Hospital, and Leonora Diagnostic and Treatment Center, Leonora Hospital. Dr. Dhanraj Ramnandan, Medical Superintendent of Dekendron Regional Hospital, Region 3, said the training is very important to him because as a manager, many times the blame is placed on individuals when there is a systemic cost of having issues resolved.
Having this training is going to be a very important role in how we manage those basic issues at an administrative level.
The workshop brought together doctors, nurses, laboratory technicians, administrative and human resource staff to enhance their knowledge and the practical application of root cause analysis as quality improvement tools. Root cause analysis is offered by GNBS as a professional training course to individuals, companies, and businesses seeking to better manage risks and nonconformities within their systems. GNBS Technical Officer 2, Brianna Chase Wilson, who facilitated the workshop, introduced participants to the effective approaches for identifying the underlying causes of challenges, managing risks and nonconformities, and developing corrective actions to improve healthcare processes and service delivery.
Root cause is a structured problem-solving approach to identifying underlying causes that can lead to problems that affect organizations, more specifically the healthcare sector.
At the commencement of the workshop, the participants expressed their gratitude to GNBS team for facilitating the workshop and highlighting the importance of understanding root cause analysis in improving processes and activities within regional health institutions. Participants were encouraged to make full use of the knowledge gained and apply the lessons learned within their respective areas of work to support continuous improvement. The GNBS says it remains committed to supporting capacity building across government and private sector institutions, which is crucial for promoting quality management practices across Guyana. Marvin Cato reporting for HGP Nightly News.
The African Cultural and Development Association, ACTA, officially launched its 2026 Emancipation Festival. This year marks 33 years that ACTA has been holding the significant annual celebrations. Marvin Cato will tell you more.
Since its inception, ACTA has organized the Grand Emancipation Day Festival, centering around the Guyana National Park on August 1st. This year will be no different. The celebrations are going to be expressed under this year's theme, 400 Years of Resilience, Heritage, and Nation-Building Contributions to Guyana. Dr. Eric Williams, head of ACTA, said the African culture is always under threat, juxtaposing this with the decision by the government to host the Global Super League final on August 1st.
We have a cricket match final on August 1. No other country in the Caribbean would devalue a day as significant as this.
A diverse lineup of activities and performances designed to celebrate African culture and heritage in the lead-up to Emancipation Day on August 1 this year will be no different. ACTA's Emancipation celebrations will feature reggae artists Iwayne and Queen Africa, traditional drumming, African cuisine, fashion displays, and educational booths. The event has grown to be the largest of its kind in the country, bringing together Guyanese to celebrate African heritage with cultural displays, international musical guests, drumming competitions, and traditional food. Dr. Eric Williams said the 2026-2027 period will mark 400 years of Africans in Guyana, a significant feat with significant contributions to the cultural fabric of the country.
Regardless of your ethnicity in Guyana, Africans have underpinned the freedom of Guyana.
Guyana's annual Emancipation Festival has always served as a family-oriented activity where people of African descent can celebrate and also gain knowledge about who they are and experience where their ancestors would have come from. August 18 will mark the 203rd anniversary of the 1823 Demerara Rebellion, an important turning point in the fight against the British imperial plantation system and the global chattel slavery. The Kingdom of Lesotho being the country to be celebrated this year, a landlocked country in southern Africa surrounded by South Africa. It is the largest of the only 3 sovereign enclaves. Paradise will be the village to be honored this year for Emancipation, situated on the east coast of Demerara, approximately 24 kilometers east of Georgetown. Paradise is a vibrant African Guyanese community, its significance being one of the sister villages whose formerly enslaved residents pooled their resources to purchase surrounding plantations during the post-Emancipation African Village Movement. On August 1, all roads will lead to the National Park, where thousands will line up to witness and participate in several activities for the entire day. The day begins with a sunrise service at 5:30 hours, followed by an Nancy McCall-sponsored cook-up and metem competition, followed by the best dress competition. A number of local artists will also take to the stage, including acrobats, musical artists, poet, and performers, as well as performing groups. Educational booths highlighting the African Cultural and Development Association story and history booths, 1823 Rebellion, African Guyanese Village Movement, hairstyles, history, music, names, among other things. Children under the age of 12 will attend the event free of cost for this year, while the entry fee for adults is $1,000 before 3 p.m. The Children's Center will have folk games, face painting, storytelling, coloring, and bouncy castle. Marvin Cato reporting for HGP Nightly News.
Stay tuned for regional news.
Fruitopia, it's a drink that's hype. Citrus punch, fruit punch tastes nice. Guava, pineapple, that give me a vibe. We no want nothing less compared to the rest. Fruitopia the best. Quench any thirst when it comes to the test. Perfect thing for my lunch. Flavors pack a punch. Fruitopia, it's a drink that's hype. Citrus punch, fruit punch tastes nice. Fruitopia, the drink that rocks your lunchtime.
Hey, stop, I don't feel I don't go away when y'all don't eat food, you know. Y'all got fair wash your place because I did my nails. When is somebody body gonna make a nice cake? Is my good cake on upon the same?
Madam, I got a call from the people in the community and they said you are disturbing the peace. You're smelling up the place and you're doing something, but your food always seems to smell good.
Peppies, you get the best on these things.
These things just make you cook good. I want these things, I'll carry them for evidence.
I love all of you.
Peppies, we put the pep back into your kitchen.
And you.
They're scampering through for the single. Is this the victory? Yes, it is. Wherever we play, the energy lives.
ExxonMobil Guyana Global Super League.
GCOM will be conducting a claims and objections exercise commencing July 1, 2026 to produce an official list of electors, OLE. If you will be 18 years or older by June 30, 2026, and you're a Guyanese citizen by birth, descent, or naturalization, or a citizen from a Commonwealth country living in Guyana for 1 year or more, you are eligible for inclusion in the OLE. GCOM has posted the preliminary list of electors, PLE, in all registration divisions across Guyana for you to check whether you are listed, and if so, whether your particulars are accurate. You can object to anyone whom you believe does not qualify for inclusion in the OLE. To do so, you must be listed in the same divisional list as the person you are objecting to. You must visit the GCOM registration office responsible for your area of residence to make an objection. The objections aspect of this exercise will end on Friday, July 17, 2026. For more information, contact the GCOM on 225-0278-9 or visit www.gcom.org.gy.
Your runway is about to leave the shore. WonderNet Productions is searching for one male and one female model with confidence, energy, and a walk that demands attention. This is your chance to join Queensman in Cabo, fashion on the sea, and take part in a fully funded cruise and fashion experience. Bring the attitude, bring the presence, bring the walk. To apply, submit your runway video, a brief summary of your modeling experience, and confirmation that you have a valid passport and visa to travel to the United States and Mexico. Apply now at thequeensmenfashion.com. Applications close July 21st, 2026.
With this edition of the Regional News, I am Giselle Archibald. Good evening. The Caribbean Examinations Council has announced sweeping reforms to its school-based assessment SBA framework, including the phased removal of traditional SBA from non-practical Caribbean Secondary Education Certificate (CSEC) and Caribbean Advanced Proficiency Examination (CAPE). These changes were announced on Thursday, are intended to strengthen the integrity of CXC's assessment system while maintaining confidence in the region's qualifications. According to CXC Registrar and Chief Education Officer, Dr. Wayne Wesley, the reforms are not an attempt to resist the use of artificial intelligence, but are designed to safeguard the integrity of student assessments as the Caribbean education system adapts to the growing impact of AI. The Examination Council said the reform follows extensive consultations with stakeholders across 21 Caribbean states and territories and will take effect beginning the 2027 academic year. The St. Vincent and the Grenadines government has announced the removal of registration-related fees for first-form students entering public and government assistance private secondary. It's a move aimed at reducing the financial burden on families. Education and Vocational Training Minister Philip Jackson said the policy change is part of the government's broader effort to make education more affordable and accessible. Under the new policy, fees previously charged for registration, processing, and administration will no longer be required during the enrollment process for the incoming first-form students. And finally, internationally, Canadian citizens and permanent residents will no longer have the opportunity to sponsor their parents or grandparents for permanent residence unless the federal government reverses course. Canada is pursuing the intake of a new application under the Parent and Grandparents Program. According to a government release, the department says it will continue to process PGP sponsorship application which have already been received. The PGP is a family reunification pathway to permanent residence that last opened in 2020 to eligible Canadian citizens, permanent residents, and registered Indians. And that's the news to the moment. Thank you for joining us.
Let's join Delvin Neblett now for HGP's Sports Pulse.
Good evening, Guyana. I'm Delwyn Neblett with your HGP TV Sports Pulse for today, Friday, July 17, 2026. We begin tonight with chess. Action continued in the Guyana Chess Federation's 2026 National Junior Championships at Olympic House in Liliendal on Thursday. After 6 rounds of action, candidate Master Sachin Pitama leads on tie breaks ahead of defending champion Kyle Couchman as both players remain unbeaten on 6 points heading into the final 3 rounds of competition. Woman candidate Master Aditi Joshi sits closely behind in 3rd place with 4.5 points as Alexander Zhang with 4 points remains in 4th. Jeremy Cole completes the top 5 with 2.5 points as Katalea Sam and Nicholas Zhang are currently tied, each with 2 points. Matthew Singh, Aidan Tinney and Javier Devanan complete the points table in that order as the tournament is set to conclude on Saturday. Into cycling, Alexander Leung, Alex Newton, Kevin Stephen and Tandy Noel have been selected to represent Guyana at the Junior Caribbean Cycling Championships from August 22nd to 23rd in Belize City, Belize. The team was chosen following strong performances at the 2026 National Championships and other major events. The Ghana Cycling Federation has also named a preliminary elite and under-13 pool, with the final team to be confirmed at a later date. Moving into squash, Team Guyana successfully defended their Caribbean Area Squash Association Junior Squash Championship title after another outstanding performance in Tortola. The Guyanese girls emerged victorious in the team category as the boys finished in second place behind St. Vincent and the Grenadines. Guyana secured 7 individual medals, including 3 gold, 3 silver, and 1 bronze, along with 2 gold medals and 1 bronze in the doubles category. Moving into cricket, the Guyana Amazon Warriors have officially named 5 overseas players for the 2026 Caribbean Premier League. The Warriors squad is set to include Imran Tahir, Glenn Phillips, Mohamed Nabi, Ramanolo Gurbaz, and Dwayne Pretorius. The experienced group adds batting, bowling, and all-round strength as the Warriors look to build on their strong 2025 performance. Finally, in cricket, action took place in the third ODI between the West Indies and New Zealand at the Guyana National Stadium in Providence on Thursday. Batting first after being sent in, the West Indies were bowled out for a paltry 140 in 37.1 overs. Casey Carty top scored with 48 as Jaden Lennox was the pick of the bowlers for New Zealand, taking 4 for 52. When New Zealand responded, they reached 141 for 4 in 39.3 overs as Tom Latham remained unbeaten on 31 in the commanding 6-wicket victory. Vital Laws was the pick of the bowlers for the West Indies, taking 3 for 39 as the Windies suffered their second consecutive defeat. New Zealand take a 2-1 series lead heading into the third ODI set to be played at the Kensington Oval in Barbados from 10:30 on Sunday. That's it for this edition of the HGP TV Sports Pulse. I'm Delwyn Neblett reminding you to stay in the game.
International company threatens government with arbitration over termination of 2 contracts. Government rejects VAMED claims. AFC questions defense of financing for president's mega farm. Mohamed's extradition fate, CCJ ruling on July 29. And Kitty Market 97% complete, still awaiting installation of electricity meters. Those are our major headlines. For these stories and more, please go to our website. It's www.hgptv.com. I'm Travis Chase. Thanks for watching. Goodbye.